Hello, very warm welcome. Russia race reaction as Valtteri Bottas wins. He loves Russia, does Bottas. Bottas wins after a ridiculous, brainless penalty by Lewis Hamilton. I'm actually so pissed off with Hamilton. He's been in Formula 1 13 years and he gets one of the most ridiculous penalties I've ever seen. Burnouts before he went to the grid, in the wrong position. I mean, it's a basic rule. And he got a 10-second penalty for it during the race. Crazy. It's such a basic, he's been in the sport ages. How can he's just thrown away an easy win. And, wow, as a Hamilton fan, I'm not happy at all. I'm actually annoyed. It's so stupid. Wow. We start the race and Valtteri Bottas was very aggressive, nearly got into the lead. Carlos Sainz tried to go through that bollard, smashed into the wall, 100% driver error, and Charles Leclerc took out Lance Stroll. Kevin Magnussen got a world-class start. He went from 18th to 9th. Wow, Magnussen had a good race actually. He's quite good at Russia, is Kevin Magnussen. I had a bit of hate on my driver ratings at Mugello about Kevin Magnussen, but when he does good, you gotta say it. Pit stops happen. It's Lewis Hamilton, it's one of them angry days. You get them once in a while with Hamilton where he's on the radio angry all the time and he just needed to calm down, but yeah, he was obviously very pissed off. This track has to go off the calendar for me. Again, it wasn't a great race. It's just not up to the standard of an F1 track. I do hope this is the last time we go to Russia, to be honest. It's not a great track, doesn't produce great racing. Ricciardo gets a 5-second penalty and he admitted it was his fault. Norris tried to go a one-stop but had a huge lock-up, so he had to pit, and Albon got a 5-second penalty. Race rating 2 out of 10. Star of the race for me, Perez. Fastest lap, was it Bottas who got fastest lap? Russia race reaction, no footage. Bottas wins after Hamilton's penalty error. He's been in the sport 13 years. He has to know that rule. You're allowed to do practice starts in the pit lane. He went further down the pit lane and he gets a penalty for it. And basically just throws away an easy win. It's crazy. DNFs, Lance Stroll taken out by Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz. Driver error hitting the barrier. Bottas wins again in Russia. His first win came at this track. He's won again. After Hamilton's penalty, it was obvious Bottas was going to win. Needed to win as well. I mean, is he still in the title? I suppose he is, but very slim. Max, second, splits the Mercedes, the best he can do. A very boring race for him. Lewis Hamilton, third. Chucked away an easy win after the 10-second penalty. I'm so angry as a Hamilton fan. It's basic. It's criminal, to be honest, that a 6-time world champion can make a mistake like that. Crazy. Sergio Perez, P4, lonely race, but fantastic by Perez. What a performance, and my driver of the day. Ricciardo, P5, was let through. Ocon slowed down, let him through, and then he ran wide, got a 5-second penalty, but miles clearer Leclerc. Leclerc, P6. Amazing performance considering where Sebastian Vettel finished. Ocon, P7. He was looking good. He was ahead of Ricciardo. Then he let Ricciardo pass and his race seemed to go downhill. Managed to hold off Kvyat. 8th, Danny Kvyat. Great home race for Torpedo and was all over Ocon at the end. Gasly, P9. Put fresh tyres on. Romain Grosjean went through the bollard. A virtual safety car came out, so Gasly went in and put fresh tyres on. Albon, P10, got a 5-second penalty right at the end of the race, but that's a horror show by Albon. A shocking weekend after his podium at Mugello. Giovinazzi, 11th, one of his best performances I can remember. Kevin Magnussen, 12th. Amazing start by Magnussen and a great race, to be honest. 13th, Sebastian Vettel. Horrible weekend for the 4-time champion. Crashed in quali, not a great race at all. Kimi Raikkonen, 14th. Ooh, I mean, Kimi actually beaten by Giovinazzi in the race. Norris tried to do the one-stop. He finished 15th. Latifi, 16th, beat George Russell. 17th, Grosjean. 18th and last George Russell. Russell locked up the tyres, had to pit, and then he pitted really late on. He could have even got fastest lap, George Russell. Not sure who did get the fastest lap, pretty sure it was Bottas, but Russell did have fresh tyres on, so he may have got it, but obviously he won't get a point for that. Can't believe Hamilton's penalty, and now he's two penalty points away from a race ban. He's got so many penalty points because of obviously coming in the pit lane at Monza, got a penalty, then he got a penalty today, a basic mistake. But we say congratulations to Valtteri Bottas. I am a big critic of Bottas. I don't think he's good enough, but today he did what he needed to do, and he was very aggressive on the start. That's what I want to see from Bottas. None of this pushover nonsense. Qualifying reaction, race reaction, join me for driver ratings for the Russian Grand Prix. The track is not great. It's usually a boring race and pretty much was what you expect today. Not a great race, but Valtteri Bottas wins. Max finishes second and Lewis Hamilton, an embarrassing penalty, finishes third. Perez, my driver of the day. Wow, there we have it. Race reaction done. Join me for driver ratings tomorrow. Adios.